Hello, my name is Olympia.
And I'm Nairi.
Welcome to Nail the Game podcast. Here we talk about all things nail care, health, fashion, and art. We invite many guests from salon professional nail industry and beyond to discuss all things nails. But before we start the episode of today, make sure to follow us on our Facebook community as well as on social media for exclusive content, nail pro tips, as well as interesting giveaways. Today's topic is about doing your own nails at home. Why we chose this topic? Because after the pandemic and during the pandemic as well, many people started to do their nails at home using different LED lamps, trying to do gel nail sets at home. Then press-on nails came into the game. So many people are interested in this topic, where to start, what is good for your health, how to do safe manicures at home. So today we're going to discuss this topic and try to unfold all of these questions for you.
So for me as well, I don't really like going to nail salons because I have a really short attention span and I can't be doing one thing for a long period of time. So I really want to get more into doing my nails at home. So in between my hands, I can switch and do something else as well. But I just never know where to start. What do I need? Do I need specific education that I need to follow? How do I start?
That's a very good question and a common question as well. If we are talking about gel nails, then yes, in my personal opinion, you do need some sort of an education, whether it's amateur or professional, because these products are for professional use only, and it's even written on the bottle. But when it comes to nail polish, that's something that you can do yourself if you let's say have this nail art idea or something. When it comes to cuticle care and taking care of your cuticle's health, cutting it correctly, then it's something that you also need some type of an education or even some basic information in order not to harm your body. When it comes to gel nail polishes, as I said, nail technicians are the ones that are qualified to work with this product. And sometimes people, I hear this expression a lot that I bought this gel polishes, this lamp at home, and it's cheaper to do it this way than to go to a nail salon or to trust a nail technician. Whether it's true or not, that's another topic, but sometimes it can be also disrespectful towards nail technicians to think that you can do your job better than they are doing because they have been trained or educated for a very long while to actually get the qualification to do something on your nails, and claiming that you can do it better than them sometimes can be disrespectful even. But if you are very keen on trying to do gel nails at home, or you have this also interest toward nail art, you want to start learning on your own nails or something, then there's definitely some online education, some courses, both free and paid, that you can take up at your own pace, and you can try on your nails, try on artificial nails, nail tips and stuff like that to kind of master up different skills and then start to do your nails more confidently. So if we're talking about gel nails, to sum up, having some type of a basic information in an online course, one or two, is definitely something I would recommend doing.
Yeah, that's true. As you said, nail polishes may be easier, the typical nail polish, but gel nails require more, and I know they require some tools.
Yes.
So, what are some of the tools that one has to use, while doing their own nails, gel nails?
Yes. So to start with, some of the tools that come to my mind immediately, are nippers or some types of scissors for your cuticles. Then two types of nail files, one to form the edges, and the other one more of a buff to take off some unevenness from your nails, and then start the steps of gel nails. Another thing that comes to my mind is a nail drill machine. Some people do invest in that. It basically is also like a cuticle tool. It helps you to like lift your cuticles up, then like cut it. You can do it everything with a machine. You don't need like a cutting tool like nipper or Caesar, but it's something that we're talking about like very pro skills. So if you're just starting out, I would recommend getting like a pusher, and then getting your nippers or Caesar, whichever like works best for you to work with your cuticles, and then use like a cuticle remover, or even if you don't want to use a product, you can soak in your nails in a like hot water, soapy hot water, and like for 5 minutes, then take your nails out and then start working with a pusher, like push it back, and then whichever parts are already like dead cells that are like not necessary for your nail health, you can cut them out, because like water or cuticle remover products like this bring this type like parts of cuticles to the surface, and it's easy for you to cut them. And another thing, that as we're on the topic of cutting the cuticles, it is very important to notice that it's there for a reason, and we don't need to remove it like completely. It's wrong. We have to remove only the parts that are already doing no function at all. Like they are just very like dry skin around your nails that is just already some dead cells of your cuticles. You're only removing these parts, but like pushing the healthy cuticles all the way inside and then cutting it like very very close to your nail bed, it's something that can be very harmful for your skin as well. It's like a pathway for many bacteria to come into your skin, so it can cause many problems long terms. It's something that we don't do. We just try to remove the parts that we think are like prevent our manicure to look neat. So we're only like cutting this parts of the cuticles.
Yeah, exactly. They're there to protect you. They have a function. Everything on our bodies have a function. And I wanted to come back to like using those tools. Even if we're using those tools at home, does one need to sanitize those tools, even if like I'm the only person using it? Do I need to sanitize them regularly, or it's not necessary?
That's a very good question. Actually, metallic tools do need to be sanitized on a regular basis, even if you are the only person that's using them, because still, like you put them somewhere and then it's gonna get dusty, or some types of like microbes or bacteria that are all around us. So there is a need to sanitize the tools regularly. Of course, one thing that comes to my mind is again like a professional sanitizer machine where you will put your tools to be sanitized, but those cost a lot of money, and I understand that people that do gel nails at home for fun are not like looking for investment of that amount. So the one thing that I would recommend is, first of all, get like a brush, a very clean brush that you can dust off, let's say like excess cuticles or any dust from filing that your tools have accumulated. So that would be the first step. Then get like a sanitizer liquid. You can find it in many like beauty supply stores or online on Amazon or in different like, again, nail supply e-commerce platforms. It's like a sanitizer liquid for your tools, where you will like after brushing the dust off, you will put these tools in the sanitizer liquid for like 10 minutes or something, and then you take them off and then you wash them with soap and hot water, and then you like dry them with like a towel most preferably, and then you just put them away in a place where you think they won't like get dusty or like possibly get damaged. In a nail salon kind of a situation, you will put them in a sanitizer machine after you've done all of the steps, but as you're at home you can put them like in a some type of a bag to keep them like locked or something, and then put it in your drawer, and whenever you're going to use it again, they are like very clean and ready to be used.
Keep them clean. Yeah. So okay, we've talked about the tools and setting the scene, but what are the actual steps for prepping the nail? Because again, with nail polish, it doesn't require a lot. You can do it very quickly, but I know that gel gel nails require a lot of prep before, because that's like the foundation that you're putting on. So what are the simple steps that one has to follow for prepping the nails?
That's a very good question because sometimes like gel nail polish peels off, or it, like kind of doesn't even apply evenly.
Yeah.
And very often people are like, I'm following all of the steps, but sometimes you're missing some of the important steps that can actually be very like vital in your wear period as well. So the first step to start with after you've finished with filing your nails and trimming your cuticles, you have to make sure that your nails are completely dry and ready to like take on all of the products step by step. So the first step would be to first of all, if you washed your hands or if you have some kind of a hand cream or anything, make sure to wash it off and then dry your nails completely with a towel or a napkin. And then the other step would be to use some type of a sanitizing solution or some type of an acetone based solution, which will actually dry your nails but at the same time will sanitize them. So many brands, almost every brand, has their own like sanitizing solution formula, which actually sanitizes your nails and also dries them. The second step, which many people skip, is to use a dehydrator, which is like dehydrating your nail plate basically. So it's making sure that it's completely dry and ready to take on all of the other like products that are going to go on your nails step by step. So that's a step that many people skip, and sometimes it can be the reason why your gel nails don't like last for a long time. And the third step would be primer. There are different types of primers. There are acid-free primers and there are acid-based primers. For different uses, you choose a different type of a primer, but mostly universal primers that can be used with any type of a gel polish formula are acid-free primers. Some of them have vitamins, like Nude Beauty's vitamin primer. Some of them like go deep into your nails and you don't see them. Some of them leave like this kind of a glossy surface on your nails. It doesn't really matter as long as it does the primary function, which is to create a sticky layer between your nails and the rest of the steps that are going to be put on your nails, which is the base coat.
Oh wow, I didn't know so many steps before even putting the gel on. That's really interesting. And now the important part. So we have our tools, we prepped our nails. How do we apply the gel polish? Because it's not as easy as the
Yeah.
regular nail polish. It requires a technique,
I
right?
agree.
So what are the steps one has to follow to apply a very smooth and like pretty neat gel?
I agree that it's like the most important part for many people, but like we have to follow all of the steps before that to make sure that those steps are actually like effortless and they serve to the purpose. So basically gel system is, people call it 3-step. I like to call it 4-step because we apply the color code at least twice. That's why it becomes 4 steps. So the first step would be base coat. Again, like as the primer, base coats also have different consistencies. Some of them are rubber based, some of them are like have more like a thinner consistency. They're not that dense. Some base coats are rich filler if you have some unevenness on your nails. And again, there are like base coats that are universal. They are like have this ideal density that you can use to work with both uneven nails, damaged nails, and nails that don't need any type of like fixing or something. So the first step is base coat. You need to cure it under LED lamp, whereas with primer, dehydrator, or anything before that, we don't cure it with a lamp. But starting from base coat, every other step is going to be cured with an LED lamp. And then the first step is base coat. You have to apply it evenly all around the nail plate. Make sure that the product does not distill into one part of your nail. It doesn't like accumulate in the nail bed or on the edges. that's why you need like some type of an education, like we talked about, to make sure that you know how to apply it correctly, at least like the basics. The second step is the color code. Again, depending on the color formula, applications may be different, because mostly people struggle with either like very dark shades like black, or they struggle with white a lot. Red is also like a very problematic color, and then we have pastel shades, which can also be like a little bit tricky, because the pigments are very sheer, and when you applied some like parts of your nail plate like are without product basically. So there are like specific ways to hold the brush, to like keep it near your nail bed, and then to evenly, without like doing like strikes like this, but like evenly, smoothly, like taking the brush from the nail bed to the edges. And then besides that, with the colors, you have to understand that there may be colors that you would need to apply with 3 coats instead of 2 coats, and that's okay, because the pigment is sheer, is not as much, and if you want like full coverage, then you would need to go with like different layers. And the other thing to look out for is to dry each layer for at least 60 seconds under an LED lamp, to make sure that the layer before that is completely dry before we apply the second layer. Also, there are some colors which have like very dense pigments, like black and red, as we talked about. Those colors may need to be cured for a little while longer than actually like pastel shades. So maybe like you would need to cure it 90 seconds. Of course, it depends on the lamp as well, but generally it's better to like better be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
And then the last step would be the top coat. Again, top coats are different, varieties huge. There are top coats that dry with an inhibition layer, and there are the ones that just dry and you don't need to do anything. For example, Nude Beauty's Shiny Top, it dries with an inhibition layer. Generally, these types of top coats are more flexible because your nails, even though you may not see it, but they do not like grow straight. They may grow like a little bit to the left, right, down, up, and
Really?
stuff. Yeah, you may not see
I've
it
never,
like
I've never
visually.
noticed that.
You may not see it visually, but like they do like grow in different ways. And let's say you have gel nails, and your gel is going to grow like the way you put it, and whenever it comes to a point where your nails are already long, your gel is like growing straight, but your nail may be growing a little bit to the left, and it's going to break at that point. Like your gel nails are going to break. That's why you're going to use a little bit more flexible top coat to make sure that like your gel nails actually grow in the direction of your nail, so it's flexible, like the material is not hard on your nails, so that it breaks at some point. That's why top coats, because of the last inhibition layer, they are more flexible. That's why Nude Beauty also chose to move forward, like as the first top coat, to move forward with that type of a solution. And sometimes like nail technicians tell that top coats that dry with inhibition layer, they lose shine, because at the end it's still sticky, so you need to use like acetone or inhibition layer or alcohol to like kind of clean the last sticky layer. The trick here is to wait for 60 seconds whenever you cure your nails under the lamp. You take it out, it's like very hot still, and the alcohol, let's say, is very cold, so when you put them in contact, it's going to lose shine. So you have to wait for a little bit, like 30 seconds at least, so that it gets to like room temperature, your nails get to room temperature, and then you're gonna like clean off the inhibition layer, and it's gonna shine perfectly during the whole wear period.
Wow, science. And it's really interesting, see like how many steps go into it, and we never pay attention, but it's like it's art. Putting nail gel polish is art, and those like nail technicians do a really like good
Agreed,
job,
yeah.
and they have to maintain that, and it's really interesting. Okay, and then I think the last concern that most people have, including me, is okay, I put the gel polish and 3 weeks have passed and they've already grown out. How do I remove it at home? Do I have to go to a nail salon to remove it, or can I remove it at home?
That's a very like very important topic. It can be very like painful at times
Yeah.
because the whole process is done incorrectly, it can be very harmful for your nails and it can be actually painful. For example, in Reddit, I see like different posts where people are like, I removed my gel polish, now my nail bed is like, I can see my nail bed, it's so thin, it hurts whatever I do. So it's like a very bad thing, first of all, because if you peel your gel polish with your hands, you're not going to understand that you're actually peeling of your nails too. So
I've done
never
that.
do that.
I've learned it the hard way.
Yeah, me too. But there are some bases that are peel off. So they are basically formulated in a way that whenever you want to peel them off, you can. I personally never tried such bases, so I don't know if they work, if they don't work. I've seen some TikToks about it, but it seems like cool and fun and easy, but I'm not sure like in reality whether it's truly like not peeling off my nail as well or no. The second thing to do is to use like a nail drill machine. Again, there is like the specific edge that you use to like kind of make it into a dust like your gel polish and take it off. But again, you have to be very professional, because when you come to the base cut level, it's like majority of the time it's going to be clear, you're not going to see any color, and you're not going to understand when to stop, like when you reach the nail or it's still the base coat or what is this. So I don't recommend, if you're not a professional, using like a nail drill machine to take off your nails. So you're left with only like an option, if you're going to do it at home, to kind of take some like cotton pads or something, and then like soak it into acetone or some type of a liquid that is specifically intended for removing gel polish. Some brands do have some types of this types of solutions, and then you're gonna put it on your hands, and then you're gonna put like some foils on your nail so it like sticks, and you're gonna leave it for like 5 to 7 or even 10 minutes, and then you're gonna use your pusher if it's metallic, or you can use like an orange stick, which is for a one-time use product, and you're just gonna gently start to peel off your gel nails from your hands. There are many other products too, like let's say there's this magic remover type of a thing, which was like very common during the COVID era, where you just put it, it's like you put it like a nail polish on your nails and it starts to break off the formula, and then you're gonna like brush it off. I haven't tried it. I tried only the traditional way of soaking into the acetone and then washing my hands afterwards, and it works for me. It doesn't like harm the nails, and it makes sure to take off all of the product from your nails. It's kind of a, I love to call it like double cleansing that we do for our face type of a thing. After I like remove the gel polish with acetone, I go wash my hands. It's like kind of a double cleansing for me. And then yeah, basically you have to be careful in order not to push too hard, and whenever you're using the acetone method, you can buff your nails a little bit before actually starting the procedure, so that there are like a more like less layers left that you need to remove, so it's easier and faster.
Yeah, thank you for that. So now you know how to do your nails at home, but make sure to follow the steps, because it could be harmful. You don't need to damage, you don't want to damage your nails. So make sure to follow these tips for a better self-nail, how do we call this? Self-nail salon?
Yeah, self-nail salon.
Self-nail salon.
And make sure to express yourself in colors like the way you want. And if gel nails are something that you want to try, like you can follow our community in Facebook, or you can follow our social media pages where we post a lot of tips on a regular basis on how to do your nails safely, whether you're a starter nail technician or just someone who's passionate about nail art like we are. You can follow our pages and make sure to stay educated and stay safe, which is the most important thing in life.
Yeah.
So thanks for following us. Stay tuned for our next episode.